السلام عليكم. Ministry of Education, الجهرة Educational Area, ELT Supervision, Abdullah Sana Intermediate School. Here you will have a sample of the questions for grade 9. The first group of questions will be on vocabulary. Fill in the spaces with words from the list. You have accompany, expedition, seek, quest, bonds. Number 1, I was expelled from school and forced to work. Of course, you will have accompany, expedition, seek, quest, bonds. In fact, it is seek. Number 2, Scott died while he was to the Antarctica in 1912. He was on an expedition, in fact. Number 3, in societies with a strong family, people tend to live longer. In societies with strong family bonds, people tend to live longer. 4, his faithful old dog used to him everywhere. So you will have accompany. His faithful old dog used to accompany him everywhere he goes. This is the first group. We move on to the second group, which is multiple choice questions. Choose the correct answers from A, B, C, and D. Charles Dickens is one of the best known Victorian reputations, novelists, varieties, influences. He is the best known Victorian novelist, in fact. He is one of the best known Victorian novelists. 2, her parents always her as the cleverest of their children. Regard, document, seek, rush. Her parents always regard her as the cleverest of their sons or children. Number 3, they spent their holiday in a nice hotel in London. Ethic, major, toxic, annual. They spent, you have holiday. What kind of holiday? It will be the annual holiday. Number 4, the report was prepared with studious care and attention. The report was devotedly prepared with studious care and attention. Try to concentrate with me, concentrate on the second group, please. Fill in the spaces with words from the list. You have depend on, toxic, monsoonal, significant, prey on. Is there any difference in equality between these two items? Is there any what? Difference. You have the word difference. You need what? Before it, you need an adjective, of course. You have toxic, monsoonal, significant. These are 3 adjectives. Which is the appropriate one? Toxic, you can't put it. Monsoonal, you can't. You have significant. Number 2, polar bears are so dangerous as the people. What do the polar bears do with people? They prey on. So polar bears are so dangerous as they can prey on people. Number 3, you can Nasser. He is the most reliable person in our company. You can what? You can, you need a verb, in fact, here. You can depend on. Factories give out very harmful waste. What kind of waste do they give out? You can say factories give out very harmful, toxic waste. We will move to the next group of questions, which is reading comprehension. Read the following passage, then answer the questions below. Our grandparents thought they were lucky because they could travel by car and they could see films at the cinema. Now we think we are very lucky because we have machines that can do the jobs we hate, like washing up or cooking. We have computers that can help us to communicate with people at any time. But in a few years, these inventions will seem old-fashioned. Within a few years, we will be able to watch 3D television without special glasses. We will have more spare time because robots will be doing almost any job in and around our homes, including cleaning, washing, gardening, and mail delivery. There will be big changes in medicine. There will be micro robots which we can swallow to travel through our bodies and repair organs that are not working properly. By 2020, we could see the end of traffic jams and road accidents. Cars will drive themselves along smart roads. Some people predict that we will even be able to buy flying cars. Mobile phones will continue to get smaller and become more and more sophisticated. We may be able to use them to pay for things we buy in shops. We will simply pass our phone over an electric reader and money will be drawn from our bank accounts. So, as you see, this is the text. You should read it in a careful way. You will have the following questions, as you see. Choose the right answer from A, B, C, and D. Number 1. The suitable title for this passage. Is it about A. Power of technology, B. Bank accounts, C. Mobile phones, traffic jams? As you see, B and C and D are three things that were mentioned in the text, but they are not the title of the text or the best title of the text. The text talked about power of technology. The underlined pronoun them refers to accidents, grandparents, computers, or mobile phones. In fact, it goes back to mobile phones. The word predict means travel, swallow, expect, change. In fact, it is expect. Number 4. In this passage, the writer's purpose is to talk about the past and its features. B. Describe the places of interest we can enjoy nowadays. C. Compare between life in the past, nowadays, and in the future. Number 4 or D. Talk about advantages of mobile phones. In fact, it is comparing between life in the past, nowadays, and in the future. We move on to the questions. Answer the following questions. When could we see the end of traffic jams? By 2020, we could see the end of traffic jams and road accidents. Number 6. How will money be drawn from our bank accounts? We will simply pass our phone over an electric reader and money will be drawn from our bank accounts. So, you should know that reading a text should be in a good way. You must understand the text first, then start answering the questions. If you don't understand the text, you can't answer the questions. Now, I'm moving to the next exercise or next question, which is about writing. Sorry, it is a grammar. Choose the correct answers from, or choose the correct answer between brackets. Fahad always, you have the word always as a keyword here for present simple, and you have the subject Fahad. Fahad gets is getting up very early. In fact, Fahad gets up very early. He has his breakfast and goes to the club with Ahmed. You have this word, which is Ahmed, is a name. What do you need for that? Who, which, where is his best friend? Who is his best friend? The two boys train very hard as they to be great footballers in the future. And so you can use the present continuous to refer to the future here, our planning. In fact, the club they play is very far from Fahad's house. The club where they play is very far from Fahad's house. Moving to the next group of questions, choose the correct answers between brackets. Also, you have another text. If my brother saved enough money, he would. Focus on would buy. Now what do you need to put here? You need past simple, in fact, which is saved. So if my brother saved enough money this year, he would buy a new mobile phone. He wants to buy an iPhone. If I would buy Galaxy Note 8. So if I were him, I would buy Galaxy Note 8. This type of phones, which is made in China, has a lot of useful applications. Moving on to the next group of questions. Also, it is related to grammar. Do as shown between brackets. Number 1, my sister sleeps early. Make negative. If you want to make negative, this is present simple. How do you make negative? If you look, focus on the verb sleeps. So my sister doesn't sleep early. Number 2, I met my best friend 10 years ago. Notice the word ago. It is past simple, referring to the past simple. Okay, you need the verb in the past simple, and the past simple of meet is met. Number 3, they spent their last holiday in Spain. Ask a question. It is past simple. If you want to ask a question, it will be where did they spend their last holiday? Number 4, this is if I had a lot of money, I buy a new mobile phone. You need to correct the verb. This is past simple, and this is the second conditional. If I had a lot of money, I would buy a new mobile. Number 5, we can see a lot of birds in the park. Make passive. If you want to make passive here, you can put a lot of birds can be seen in the park. And how can you make the sentence negative? If you want to make it negative, we can put it as, you have the word can, okay, you can put it as can't. We can't see a lot of birds in the park. But if you want to make passive, this is the object, a lot of birds can be seen in the park. Number 6, would you bring this wooden green big box? Rearrange the adjectives. You need to arrange the adjectives. As you see, the first thing that comes with you here, would you bring this big size? And after that you have the color, and after that you have the origin of the thing. So would you bring this big green wooden box? Number 7, the man was a clever engineer. He designed a lot of houses. Join with who? The man who designed a lot of houses was a very clever engineer. Moving on to the last exercise, which is about writing. You spent a very nice summer holiday. Plan and write a report of 2 paragraphs, 12 sentences about your last summer holiday discussing the following ideas. You need to write about 2 ideas in the 2 paragraphs. How you prepared for it and what you did and enjoyed. Here, as you see, you have the plan. This is summer holiday. You need to write about the 2 ideas, how you prepared it and what you did. You can write branch ideas about this in these squares, and you start writing your composition here. Focus on the composition. You need a topic sentence first, and the second thing, you need 2 paragraphs, and after that you need a conclusion. Thank you very much and goodbye.